Thailand pun tidak ingin menyerah begitu saja meskipun tertinggal satu pemain, Bung Rais.
Ya, benar sekali. Kita lihat tadi bagaimana persiapan dari para pemain kedua tim. Kita lihat tadi juga di bangku cadangan Australia juga tampak rileks ya mereka setelah unggul tadi di babak pertama dengan skor 2-1. Tentunya mereka semakin percaya diri menghadapi babak kedua ini, sementara beban cukup berat pasti dihadapi oleh Thailand setelah tertinggal dengan skor 1-2 dan mereka juga kalah dalam jumlah pemain sementara.
Sementara itu Australia juga wajib untuk tidak meremehkan ya, karena di babak pertama meskipun kalah jumlahnya dan kalah unggul lebih dulu Australia, tapi ternyata Thailand bisa memberikan serangan beberapa kali.
Iya, tadi kita lihat juga bagaimana pemain James Offrey dari Australia yang merupakan pemain dari Manchester United sudah disiapkan untuk dimasukkan di babak kedua nanti. Akan kita lihat siapa yang akan digantikan nantinya oleh James Offrey di awal babak kedua ini.
Artinya bukannya mengendurkan serangan ya, Australia justru malah meningkatkan serangan dan berharap untuk menambah golnya di babak kedua ini ya, Bung.
Iya, betul sekali. Dan James Offrey sendiri merupakan pemain yang berposisi sebagai back ya, entah nanti akan ditempatkan sebagai back atau nanti akan ditempatkan sebagai gelandang di pertandingan kali ini.
Mungkinkah Australia bermain safe untuk lebih mengamankan meskipun mereka sebenarnya punya peluang untuk bisa menambah gol?
Saya rasa akan sangat riskan kalau mereka menerapkan permainan aman ya di babak kedua nanti, karena masih hanya selisih 1 gol. Pastinya mereka tetap akan mencoba tampil mendominasi, apalagi kali ini mereka unggul jumlah pemain.
Kita lihat pelatih Thailand, Bung, memberikan instruksi kepada para pemainnya. Kita tahu bahwa sebenarnya Thailand bermain tidak buruk di babak pertama, tapi ya seperti dejavu yang terjadi di final SEA Games lawan Vietnam kemarin, unggul lebih dulu tapi malah tertinggal di akhir-akhir.
Iya, betul sekali, dan tentunya ini akan menjadi tugas berat bagi Tawacai untuk terus menanamkan mental pemenang ya bagi para pemainnya di tengah kondisi saat ini kalah jumlah pemain. Tentu tidak mudah bagi para pemain Thailand sendiri, butuh kepercayaan diri yang tinggi dan optimisme dan disiplin tinggi pastinya dalam menerapkan strategi agar bisa mencetak gol lagi ke gawang Australia, karena beberapa kali tadi di akhir-akhir babak kedua mereka cukup berhasil memberikan ancaman lagi ke gawang Australia, namun sayangnya eksekusinya masih gagal untuk bisa menjadi gol.
Menumpuk pemain belakang lebih banyak kemudian mengadakan serangan balik, apakah itu satu-satunya cara untuk Thailand?
Ya, itu tidak menjadi satu-satunya cara ya. Bisa saja nanti mereka akan bermain lebih terbuka, namun itu akan sangat beresiko bagi Thailand.
Bermain lebih terbuka. Akankah kita saksikan timnas Thailand bisa membalikkan keadaan setelah di babak pertama mereka tertinggal 2-1, seperti yang kita sama-sama saksikan di babak pertama tadi? Thailand bisa unggul lebih dulu mengejutkan Australia, namun Australia di luar dugaan bisa mencetak gol melalui titik putih, imbang 1-1. Kita harap menjadi lebih seru ya, tapi ternyata selang 2 menit berikutnya 2 gol menjadi milik Australia di babak pertama, dan Thailand harus tertinggal lebih dulu di babak pertama hanya mencetak 1 gol. Dan kita saksikan sesaat lagi akan dimulai babak kedua. Australia menghadapi Thailand, pemirsa. Mampukah Thailand untuk membalikkan keadaan, untuk merebut posisi mereka dari ketinggalan? Langsung saja kita saksikan dari Studio 1 iNews. Selamat menyaksikan.
So Australia getting us back underway, leading by 2-1. That has been the full-time scoreline in both of the previous meetings at under 23 level between these two teams. And here's the first touch for the new man who was replacing Giuseppe Bombolina at right fullback. And Yaya Dakuli released, and down he goes inside the box under pressure from a challenge of Osama, but maybe he went to ground a little too easily. Is there a slight nudge in the back there from Osama? VAR do check these things, of course. Free kick for Thailand. Down to 10 men, of course, since the dismissal of Pon Ek in the 10th minute of the game. They're very much left-footed. Sent long by Sapon, but nobody there for Thailand. Thailand's goal officially credited now to Nathan Paul as an own goal. That's 2 or 3 times the name of the goal scorer has changed, but anyway. It does all seem a long time ago now. Sure it does for Thailand. And this battle between Dukuli and Osama might be key to the way this game is going to end up. Overy with the throw. Looking for the give and go with Jovanovic, who turns back instead to find his captain, Ethan Alagic. Scorer of the equaliser from the penalty spot. Aidan Simmons. Alagic. Nice little ball over the top. And the cutback from Hammond was behind Jovanovic. And Osama able to bring the ball out for Thailand, off Overy and out for a throw. Nice deft touch by the Australian captain. James Overy showing his physicality with the arm across the face of Tanner Wood. Looking to become just the second Australian to play for Manchester United after the legendary Mark Bosnich back in the day. He's yet to play for their first team. Clearly very highly rated by the English Giants. Did actually feature for Scotland under 19 team, but seemingly thrown his lot in with Australia. Here is Chowanwick with the free kick. It's going to be a corner off Valadon. Had to make that touch actually, because Townwood was right behind him. Chowanwick with the corner. Aidan Hammond to try and carry the ball clear for Australia. Out off Nathan Paul in the end. They are just checking something. A slip by Sapon. That's the whistle for the foul by McAllister. He lit up this place in the first half with that wonderful strike. Yet to feature this season for Sydney FC, Matthias McAllister. It's a very strange ball by Rawlins. And a shot by Valadon on Pichichai. Another free kick for Thailand. Australia haven't always looked overly comfortable from set-piece situation by Chowanwick, and again Thailand are first to the ball. Has gone out though for a goal kick. Something that maybe needs a bit of work on the training ground for Australia. Actually, Pichichai was flagged as being offside. Wasn't too much in it. Nathan Paul. Put out by Witcher. Aimless pass by Sitar Boonla. Australia did enjoy some Asian success in the Under-20 Asian Cup in China last year. On that trophy under the leadership of Trevor Morgan, defeating Saudi Arabia in the final. They've won the Senior Asian Cup once, of course, as well in 2015 on home soil. They would love to add the AFC Under-23 Asian Cup to the trophy cabinet as well. McAllister linking up with Jovanovic. Simmons. McAllister again. Back through Alagic. Squared up for Overy. Dakuli. Good tackle by Osama. I think Townwood got the ball in the face there inadvertently in the challenge with Rawlins. Yeah. That one stings a bit. Rawlins. Overy. Valadon. He's formed such a good midfield partnership with Ryan Teague at his club side Melbourne Victory. Teague now a full Australian international. Dakuli nowhere near that one. Warm afternoon in Riyadh, but not oppressive. Good release by Iklas in the first instance. Cowan Wicks trying to sprint clear of Simmons. Back through Nathan James. Osama. On the way back for Chomapat. And the chase is on. The flag is also up against Iklas. He's now looking to close down Stephen Hall. For a team that's been down to 10 men since the 10th minute, Thailand have done well to stay in the game. Forced a few chances of their own as well as that first half drew to a close. Australia's next game in the section in 3 days' time is against People's Republic of China. Again in Riyadh. Thailand face Iraq on the same day. That one's got away from Simmons. Double change here. We see the introduction of Tirapat and Yotsukorn. Chanowitz and the captain Pichachai are the two to make way.
Substitution for Thailand. Tehran will look to cover Thailand. Player number 16. For President Dasha, Pichachai, Singapore Kato. As replaced by player number 17. For President Dasha, Yuta.
Well, the two changes. Tirapat is winger come striker.
And
Yotsukorn more of a defensive midfielder.
Shawan Sila is replaced by player number 9.
So maybe a change of shape for Thailand. I have to say I'm surprised at the two players going off. Unless there are injury concerns. I thought Chawanwit in particular and Pichachai to a certain extent were two of the Thai's better players on the day. The coach knows his own players better than me. Here's the free kick and it's on target, the header. Fairly comfortable save in the end though for Stephen Hall. Overy. The 1-2 with Dakuli. It's good football. It's Yaya Dakuli shaping to shoot. Ultimately, it was Nathan James who made the block. Now Yotsukorn setting up a Thailand attack. Iklas. Back through Osama. Wichat. Yotsukorn. Looking for the ball over the top and Rawlins had to stretch. Right. Josh Rawlins, not where he wanted that ball to go at all. He's caused his team a bit of a problem here. Back through Yotsukorn. Chance for Tanawut perhaps, just wouldn't sit for him. Australia defended in the end, not particularly elegantly, but effectively nonetheless. Yotsukorn all over Ethan Alagic, free kick. There's Yotsukorn with the big hair. Plays for Konkan United on loan from Chonburi. Another one that coach Tawachai knows very well. Overy. Dakuli. Sent away by Wichat. Driving through midfield is Tirapat and he's fouled quite blatantly by Yaya Dakuli, who picks up a yellow card for his troubles. Just a bit too quick for Dakuli, not often we say that.
Yellow card for player number 11 of Australia.
That's what Tirapat's been brought on to provide. Still just 18 years of age. Another one from the BG Pathum United club. Turned Thailand a free kick. And Hall went together under serious pressure as well from Nathan James, who's gone down hurt. Hall had to go for the ball. But again, the set pieces not really well defended by Australia. Overly beaten in the air. And Stephen Hall almost catching the head of Nathan James rather than the ball. Well, there's that Thailand goal that has been officially credited as an own goal to Nathan Paul. That angle didn't really give us the best view of his final touch. Ethan Alagic then squared things up for the penalty spot after Dakuli had been fouled. And this is the goal that at the moment is the winner. And quite a strike it was too, off the boot of Matthias McAllister. Thailand providing dogged resistance. It's over, he plays the ball forward and it gets away somehow from Luki Ivanovic. The ball through the middle and Tanawut is onto it. So too is Josh Rawlins. Taking control ahead of his goalkeeper. Picked up in the midfield by Yotsukorn. There was a bit of contact between McAllister and Sapon, but not enough for the referee to blow the whistle. Alagic's ball catches Jovanovic coming back towards the halfway line. Josh Rawlins decided he was going to take responsibility. Just over 25 minutes remaining in Riyadh. Iraq and China PR to play later in this group, Group D. Simmons, McAllister. Australia haven't really created anything yet in the second half. Valadon. McAllister. Thailand's pretty well set in their defensive shape. Alagic able to turn. Clearly being held back. Niklas acknowledging he was the man at fault. He's got a brother who's a professional footballer as well. Niklas, his brother Sofan, also at the Prachuap club. As Australia prepare a double change, Jed Drew's going to be one of those. Strong but fair challenge from Nathan James on Dakuli. And Rawlins and Paul to make their way forward. Paul being tracked by James. Cooley's corner. Jovanovic. Decent cutback. Good save to deny Ethan Alagic by Chomapat. Australia's first real big chance of the second half. And the goalkeeper was equal to it. Here's Jovanovic as they go again. Little back heel for the Adelaide United striker. They're queuing up here. It's Matthias McAllister. And Nathan James makes the block. And they were really stretched there, Thailand. Not once, but twice. There's the first effort, which in fairness was straight at Chomapat. And then McAllister's efforts off the head of Nathan James. Over, he's spraying the ball out towards Dukuli. It's a good ball, that, particularly as he was under serious pressure. Nathaniel Blair is going to be the other change made by Tony Vidmar. So 2 attacking players lying in wait for Australia. Luka Jovanovic takes his lead to be replaced by Nathaniel Blair, who plays for Perth Glory, although not too often for the senior team this season. Seemingly a bit of confusion over the change here. Yaya Dukuli ultimately gets his number called. Thought he was going to have a reprieve for a moment. And here are the new guys. Nathaniel Blair, as mentioned, of Perth Glory, and Jet Drew, who now plays his club football for TSV Hartberg in Austria, after signing from MacArthur in the Australian A-League. But he's only just returned from a fairly lengthy back injury. Let's see how he goes. Here's James Overy darting into the penalty area. And on the turn, the shot from Aidan Hammond needed that fingertip save from Chomapat. Had to make absolutely sure. The chances just starting to tally up now for Australia with that man advantage, which they've had since the 10th minute of the game. Nathan Paul lying in wait at the near post. There's a lot of traffic. Came off the head of Wichat. He's claiming he was being impeded. Nathaniel Blair and Osama told to keep their arms and hands to themselves. Doesn't look like they're taking much notice. Corner work short. Not worked very well for Australia. Final 20 minutes in Riyadh. Just signs that maybe Thailand are starting to tire a little. Australia with 3 opportunities in the space of as many minutes. 2 decent saves by Chomapat. 1 good block by this man, Nathan James. Stuck out well by Yotsikor. But the pressure, you sense, is building. Forward time here. Valadon eager to get rid in a hurry. He's giving it straight to Sapon. Yotsakon. Sama's made a run forwards, and he has got there. And tell you what, that was arcing into the top corner. Stephen Hall having to strain every sinew to reach that header from Usama. Hammond. Valadon. Jetru. Oh, it's a lovely pass. And Valadon with the return. That would have been a wonderful goal, but Nathaniel Blair has spooned it over the bar. And the build-up play was delightful by Tony Vidmasti. Lovely no-look pass from Jetru. Cut back from Valadon, not bad either. Just the finish missing. Maybe a touch of rustiness for Nathaniel Blair. He's played just 83 minutes in 3 substitute appearances for his club so far this season. Now gets chopped down by Tirapat. Freshly arrived off the bench, nicknamed Pau. She trained for a little while with Burnley, Tirapat. Says his idol is Shanatit Songkasin. I would imagine most young Thai players would say the same. Senior team captain, of course, of the national team. Slip from Ikhlas, but the bounce beating James Overy. Ups a daisy, and over she goes. Osama, who's been really impressive off the bench. Got great energy. Stephen Hall. Out to use his head. Osama. Sito's now wearing the captain's armband, letting the ball run. Here's Wita. It's going to be offside against Tirapat. Rawlins. Quarter of an hour to go. Australia still not quite put this game to bed. Jetru. A cross that was sort of betwixt and between, really. Certainly don't think it was a shot. Moved overseas in February 2025 after winning the Australian Cup with MacArthur, his previous employers. That's being manhandled by James Overy, which is why Thailand have got the whistle here. Tirapats with the free kick, and it bounces across the face of goal. Goodness me, any sort of a meaningful touch there, and surely it would have been 2-2. And again, Australia's defending from set pieces, unconvincing at best, still not completely away. Rawlins makes the block to deny Tanawut, and now the counter is on for Australia. Nathaniel Blair moving it out wide for McAllister, and Blair in position for the return, but Chomapat out to smother. And certainly a part of Australia's game that needs some work before the matches to come against China, PR and Iraq. As I mentioned at the start, Thailand, in terms of height anyway, statistically the smallest team at this AFC Under-23 Asian Cup in Saudi Arabia.
Pertandingan pertama di grup D Piala Asia U23 2026 antara Australia versus Thailand. Skor sementara di babak kedua di menit ke-78 Australia unggul dengan skor 2-1. Sementara di kubu Thailand sudah mendapatkan adanya kartu merah. Jadi Thailand bermain dengan 10 pemain. Di babak pertama Thailand unggul lebih dahulu 1-0. Di babak kedua Thailand mendominasi jalannya pertandingan. Skor menjadi 2-1 untuk keunggulan Australia. Australia sementara unggul 2-1.
Another change for Australia. Aidan Hammond, who excited us all with that matey dribble in the first half, is replaced by Ariath Piol, another former MacArthur player, now playing in the United States of America with Real Salt Lake. He has been playing for Real Salt Lake's affiliate club, Real Monarchs, of late in the third tier. No doubt sent on with a message to try and get that third goal and give Australia just a bit of breathing space against the 10 men. It's a really good stretch by Tanawut. Valadon with the release. Nathaniel Blair will get there ahead of Wichan. And here's a chance for Matthias McAllister, and he was just shot down in the nick of time by Wichan. Otherwise that would surely have been 3-1 and probably game over. McAllister again. Just held up by Osama. Nathan James. Forward for Iklas. Now Tanawut. It's caught there by Drew. Another free kick incoming. This has been Australia's Achilles heel in Riyadh this afternoon. Here's that chance for McAllister at the other end, just as he's about to pull the trigger. Wickham gets back and gets a foot on the ball. Really well defended. Up goes the signal from Ikhlas. He actually drives the ball towards goal himself. No problem for Stephen Hall. He was happy to watch that one whistle over the top of the bar. Disappointment for Ikhlas. Hails from Songkhla province, which is near the border of Malaysia. He's got 4 goals in 10 games for his club, Prachuap, this season. Turned over by Puel. Here's Tanner Woods. Ikhlas just turned down a blind alley with Valadon able to mop up for Australia. Well, it's to Thailand's credit that they've been able to hang on in this game. Give themselves just half a chance of grabbing an equaliser. Sita. James. Osama. Change incoming for Australia. And it's the end of the section for Matthias McAllister, who scored that wonderful goal.
Memasuki babak ke-8 menit ke-85 di babak kedua, pergantian pemain dari Australia. McAllister diganti oleh nomor punggung 20 Agosti. Skor sementara 2-1 untuk kemenangan atau keunggulan Australia. Pertandingan perdana di grup D, Australia versus Thailand. Skor sementara 2-1 untuk kemenangan Australia. Di babak kedua di menit ke-85. Sementara di pertandingan lain, di pertandingan perdana, Vietnam menang 2-0 atas Jordania.
Heading to throw it off Osama. And there are more changes here. Hadithan is on for Thailand, replacing Ikhlas. Hadithan is a winger on loan from Buriram United to Samui United. Quickly into the action as well, linking up with Tanner Woods. Gosti holds them up momentarily. Sita's ball over the top is too strong for Tirapat. It's got a little whack to the ankle, I think. The new arrival, Harapan. Yeah, Agosti just treading on that ankle of the substitute. Oh, it's a nasty one. Dug in the turf as well. Maybe just roll the ankle slightly. It's only been on the pitch a matter of seconds. Magic spray always does the job, doesn't it? Just treading down on the top of the foot, which caused that slight twist of the ankle. VAR, of course, runs the rule over all of these pictures. He's decided not to intervene. Is Piala. Sitter. Light body check by Ethan Alagic. There have been some good moments for Australia. Also, a few things to work on. The fact that they've had to labour so hard against 10 men. Oh, that's a late challenge. Referee's going to go over and issue a card here. Just a yellow to Tanner Woods. James Overy feeling the full effect of that.
Yellow card for player number 7 of Thailand. Beberapa sekolah dalam serangan
Just cutting across Overy. It's a sore one for the defender. I wonder what Tony Vidmar makes of this opening performance. Points, of course, always welcome, particularly at major tournaments. Wins not easy to come by. You would sense that third match for Australia against Iraq is really the key one as we move into the first of 5 added minutes, minimum thereof.
Memasuki menit ke 90, extra time 5 menit, skor sementara masih unggul Australia dengan skor 2-1. Lemparan ke dalam untuk Thailand. Thailand melakukan lempar ke dalam, sudah dilakukan ya.
Grup. The legs of Sita. Alagic, then Simmons. Piala. Valadon. Simmons. Piala. 2 defenders to deal with. That was one too many. Over the top by Valadon. Piala losing out to Wichan. Turned back by Yotsakorn. He's back on the ball now. Good stretch by Valadon. Alagic protecting the ball. I think the channel is a useful one for Blair, and it needed that tackle by Nathan James. He now feels the onset of cramp. Almost midway through the allotted injury time. And Australia not showing too much ambition. Maybe now they will. Simmons' ball is intercepted by Sita. And he then drags down the Thailand captain, or at least the player who's taken over the armband from Pichichai. Tawachai's team have got 2 minutes to save themselves. On an afternoon when it all began so brightly for Thailand, taking the lead through that Nathan Paul own goal. Then as the shadows started to lengthen, it all went horribly wrong. Into the last 60 seconds at the Al Shabab Stadium, and Agosti making for the corner. Australia having Thailand right where they want them. Might still be time if they can get the ball forward quickly, Thailand. Sita. Played forward by Sapon. Here's Tirapats. Needs to find the angle for a ball into the box. There were too many defenders around him. Crowded out in the end. That ball's still alive for Nathaniel Blair. Free kick's gone Thailand's way. Eager to get on with it. Time almost up. That should just about be that. There we go. Wasn't pretty at times for Australia, but a win is a win. They do something they couldn't do 2 years ago in winning a group game. Thailand must now regroup for the showdown with Iraq, who they beat 2 years ago. They've now met 3 times at under 23 level.
Pertandingan selesai. Pertandingan dimenangkan oleh Australia. Skor akhir 2-1 untuk kemenangan Australia. Oke, terima kasih yang sudah menyimak.